How's it going? Welcome to the Sports Corner podcast. I'm Cole Scharf. This is my co-host Anthony Fielding.
How you doing?
Scoot over. You can hear Rob's voice, but you can't see him. He's busy working on the computer.
What's up?
How's it going, everybody? We're going to talk about NBA free agency, the World Cup, some other random topics will get thrown in there. The NBA free agency is crazy right now, so we'll start off with that. Obviously, the biggest and craziest move is the fact that LeBron went to the Lakers. I'm gonna wait to jump on this after it gets around the table here. I expected him to go to the Lakers. There's money there for him. As soon as he enrolled his kid into that private school in LA, I was like, that's where he's going. So, it wasn't a huge surprise to me. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, it wasn't too big of a surprise. There's other places I think he could have went. As far as trying to compete with Golden State, because right now that team doesn't look like they can even compete with Houston. But he loves LA. That's where his family is at. So I can see it. Plus he took a big payday. So
Rob?
Yeah, I wasn't really too sure where he was going to go. He has all the options. He can go to pretty much any team he wants. That's his choice, basically. But yeah, LA is always going to be the team that attracts the free agents and the big players like that. But he's got 4 years, so they're not going to be able to compete now. But it's Los Angeles, and that's the thing I hate about them is that they're going to get good players and they're going to be good. And whether or not they'll be able to compete with Golden State or Houston, that's up to we'll have to wait and see.
because that's pretty much what all the talk is going to be now. LeBron and the West, Golden State. Houston, if they could.
The finals will be in the West now. They're not even going to be.
Yeah. Well, you can't forget about Boston. Kyrie Irving
True.
was hurt. Hayward was hurt.
But I wouldn't be surprised seeing them do the same thing like what Cleveland and Miami did, where they just run the table in the East. And
they're the only team in the East
right now.
Right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at least they got a chance. They can compete with those other two teams.
True.
Right.
Okay, so he went to LA. Blah blah blah. Well, how about this? Nobody in the NBA wants to play with the dude. Nobody. Paul George could have waited.
Lance Stevenson does.
Okay, yeah, that's another thing too. But George signed a contract before he even decided where he was going. Howard ended up going somewhere else.
That took me by surprise.
Fucking DeMarcus Cousins ended up going to Golden State. We'll get to that in a minute. Aaron Gordon was a free agent. He didn't even, think about it. To me, that says everything that I've been saying about LeBron James. He's not a good teammate, and nobody wants to play with him. If you're Paul George, you have a chance to go team up with LeBron James in L.A., where you said you've wanted to play, and you pass that opportunity up before you even have that option, just shows to me that he doesn't have the appeal that everybody thinks he does. Because if that was Michael Jordan, everybody would wait to sign to see where he goes and if they have a chance to play with him. And you can't disagree with me on that because that's fact. That's just the way it is. So the fact that nobody wanted to play with that dude...
I'm a little surprised because I always pictured Westbrook being a worse teammate than LeBron. I don't know, I can't really pinpoint any reason why. It seems like it would be difficult to play with him. You kind of saw it when you watched them play, but...
Yeah, there had to be a reason KD left.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then Paul George picks Westbrook over LeBron.
That's what I'm saying. That does say something. I don't know the reasons why. I haven't really looked into it much far as.
But you think he would have got paid as much as he would have if he would have went there?
No, but the fact that you're probably going to have a better chance to win with LeBron than you will with Westbrook is worth the $20-30 million you don't get on this contract.
Yeah.
He's still young enough to sign another contract.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. That was the main thing I took out of it is nobody wanted to play with him. Now he's got Rondo. They was like, ooh, he's got Rondo. Then they picked up Lance Stevenson, which is funny as hell because them two always went at it on the court in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. But who did they pick up that can shoot the ball? Lonzo?
Well,
is he going to learn how to... Listen, okay, that's one positive. Lonzo will become better.
Every time that dude shoots the ball.
Lonzo will become better because of this move, though.
Maybe.
LeBron will make Lonzo Ball a better player.
Maybe because the only thing I can see is that Lonzo is a point guard. Hence, he can't shoot, but I'll give him that. He's a good passer. He finds.
And he gets rebounds.
So is LeBron.
yeah.
LeBron's basically a point guard and a shooter, power forward body.
Another free agent that passed up on signing and playing with LeBron is DeAndre Jordan. He went to the Dallas Mavericks over LeBron James and the Lakers.
But you got to think he was trying to get there before. I don't know why he's backed out that first
He
time.
had a
but
chance to be there. He
I think
backed
it was
out.
because I think Chris Paul persuaded him, but. I don't know.
Either way, he picked the Dallas Mavericks over LeBron James and the LA Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just
DeAndre is good, but I don't know, he has to fit into a system that has a really
Guy
good point
is a
guard.
system guy, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
and then he can't shoot free throws to save his life.
No.
So, I mean, who knows what went down? I mean, there's people that committed earlier before LeBron even decided to go to LA, and then he just decided to go to LA. So, there's more to it than we know, and plus, the offseason's not even over yet, and then there's going to probably be some trades made during the season. I mean, there's still a long ways before basketball. It's off season right now.
I did not understand that I did not know that Dirk Nowitzki signed a 1-year, $5 million deal.
$5 million?
Yeah. And then Nerlens Noel, who's only 24, got a 2-year, $3.5 million deal in OKC. And he
Oh.
might help them out, dude. He might
Dirk's
help them out.
DeMarcus Cousins signed a $5 million deal.
That's what I mean. Then that's another thing that's crazy. That dude could have got money. Yeah, he's injured. He's not going to be 100% until the middle of the year or whatever they're saying. But that dude could have got paid. That dude could have got paid.
Yeah, and he could have went and played other places too. Like LA was saying they wanted him, Portland wanted him, but he chose to go to Golden State.
I wonder if the Spurs will bring back Tony Parker. He's a free agent right now.
Yeah,
I'm going to see.
he
if the
said he
Spurs
wants to
won
play
the-
like another 3 years, but how much more he's got left in the tank?
To me, this is the steal of the free agency. Portland Trailblazers got Seth Curry. I think he's going to turn that franchise around, and they went from pretenders to contenders.
Turn them around? Get out of here.
I was like, hold on, the steal. I mean,
I like
the Lakers
he's not a bad
didn't suck.
player, but
No, I think he's a good pickup.
He's a good pickup,
He
but
shot the ball. He's
I just
gonna
don't
be good off the
understand. I just
bench.
don't understand the pickup because it's just a guard-heavy lineup. But
Getting ready
I don't know.
for Dame to leave.
yep, he's gonna be out of there.
I mean,
Not unless we can get LaMarcus to come back, then maybe we have a chance.
Caldwell Pope might become pretty good with LeBron James, and they brought him back. But I think Rondo will end up starting. Rajon Rondo will end up starting.
Rajon.
Aaron Gordon went back to
That's surprising.
Orlando.
That really surprises.
Yeah,
me.
he's got talent.
Who wants to play in
Dog, this
Orlando?
dude's only 22 years old.
Who wants to play in Orlando?
Right.
I mean, it's not. It's never.
whoever's
the
gonna
last.
get playing time.
You gotta-
And it still is Florida. I mean, it's
Hey,
Yeah, I
listen,
get
but
it.
listen,
Appealing.
he's only 22. He signed a
Do they have
4-year.
a coach? What's their coach?
I can look at it. But he's only 22 and he signed a 4-year deal. I got it right here. And so that means he'll be 26 when his contract comes up, $84 million richer, and that much better at the game, and still in his prime.
But is there?
So-
but I mean, is he really going to be getting better? That's my question. I've never looked at Orlando as the place where players have ever flourished. Gotten better. But
True.
Shaq.
True.
Steve Cliff.
And then a move that just happened
Shaq,
earlier
Dwight Howard.
today.
Yeah.
Steve Clifford.
Since then, Dwight's about the only one that maybe got
yeah.
got
Other
pretty
than that,
good. But I think that was because of Van Gundy.
yeah, they tried to make a run. They did. Couldn't beat the Lakers.
Steve Clifford is the head coach
Yeah.
of the Orlando.
I knew Scott Skiles was out for a while.
He was the Charlotte head coach. So yeah, so then Dwight Howard goes to Washington. That just happened today. I think that'd be good. I think that's going to be good for them. If you put something, I know he's a cancer in the locker room, and that's what people in Charlotte said. He had the best season of his career, and everybody were
Is he
tired
going
of
to
him.
start?
Oh yeah, he'll start.
Don't they have
They
Gortat?
got rid of Gortat to
Well,
the
did they?
Clippers
Okay.
because they knew Jordan was leaving, so the Clippers
Okay.
did whatever they could.
Yeah.
So they definitely upgraded. In Washington, they got a good backcourt. Also today I read that Kyrie Irving, what's his name? Jimmy Butler wants to team up
Yeah.
with Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, in Boston. But,
Dog.
but that's two shooting guards with what's his name?
Hayward.
Hayward, yeah. Gordon
But here's what
Hayward and
happens.
Jimmy
Dude,
Butler.
that's called history repeating itself because it looks like there's a possibility the Lakers and the Boston Celtics could be the two most dominant teams in basketball again.
Yeah.
I think the NBA is setting it up.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
think about that. Just came
LeBron,
to me. Like,
and LeBron and Kyrie, and Boston, Los Angeles. Like, it can't get any better. They break records with people that are watching that finals game.
Yeah. And then you got the LeBron and Kyrie.
Yep, rival. Yeah, see, that just came to me like, what?
It's all about the ratings, man.
Yeah,
It's all about the.
Because maybe if Toronto didn't fire their coach, now that LeBron's not in the East, like who's Boston really have to compete with anymore?
Who's?
I mean, maybe
Toronto's dumb for
Milwaukee.
jumping on
Maybe
that.
Milwaukee moves up now. I mean, Giannis, but
Yeah,
It's-
they
I
have,
mean-
they have a couple good players. I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to what they look like now. If they've made.
but
any
Boston's the
sort of
sole
deal.
team in the East, which could be a real easy path for them.
Oh yeah, dude, they could. I mean, Hayward's gonna come back ready to ball. That dude's a hooper.
But he better get ready for the West because the West is going to be very, very competitive.
They're saying like a 50-win team won't make the playoffs.
Well, the only thing I can see good about Boston having a clean run is that they could almost probably go through depending on what other moves are made, they could probably get through the whole playoffs without a loss and just have all this rest while all the West just beating each other up
Yeah.
7 games, seven games, and then you have a real gas team in there that's played twice as many games as Boston. And
Yeah.
I like Brad Stevens. I liked him when he coached college. I like what he did with Butler, dude. He took Butler and turned him into a
like
competing
Brad.
He's a
program
really,
every
really good
year.
I just don't like Boston.
I get it. I don't like Boston either because I'm out to hear John run his fucking gums all the
Yeah.
time. But
I like Boston better than
But I like Kyrie Irving. I've always liked Kyrie Irving.
He's
I feel like he carried LeBron his whole career. And he's the only reason LeBron won that championship.
His
in
whole
Cleveland.
career?
Yeah, the whole time they played together,
Okay.
Kyrie carried
Okay.
LeBron.
Hey, but one thing I got to say is when LeBron wasn't on the Cavs, I mean, what was their record? Like, I don't even think even with Kyrie,
But
they
you got to
didn't
think,
go.
when LeBron came to the Cavs, he brought Kevin Love with him. He brought,
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
but
So
he
they're
didn't.
awesome.
Well, how
Yeah,
much-
but
Kevin Love.
They do.
even if it was just LeBron, if he didn't bring nobody, they would actually went to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, for
That's
sure.
what
But
LeBron brings.
That's why I said he could have gone to any team.
You can't say
And
LeBron
it
doesn't
would've been
carry
make a
any team.
difference.
He carries every team.
I was just talking shit.
Yeah.
You know how I do. I'm happy with my Nuggets so far. We haven't picked up anybody, but we re-signed the future of the franchise, the one, the only, as ESPN calls him, Nurkic, but his real name is
Jokovic? I don't even know.
You know what it is? Damn.
Kaminskovic.
Jokic. Woo! Nikolai
This
Jokic.
Warriors fan over
Jokic.
here.
Yeah, I got mixed up there for a second. Yeah, we brought back Will Barton. I'm happy about that.
That was a good sign in there.
I'm glad we re-signed him. We locked up Gary Harris. We locked up Jokic. We just drafted this kid who could be better than Kevin Durant. Maybe the greatest player of all time. That's what I'm just kidding.
Really.
And no, if he can pan out, he's supposed to be good. We'll see. But I like what we have, anyways. Millsap needs to bring it this year for sure.
Yeah, he needs
But
getting paid.
I'm gonna. You know, guys, I rooted for Golden State. I was a huge Golden State fan. Blah blah blah. blah. Yeah, was. I'm fucking pissed off. There's no reason
Oh, okay.
that they should have gotten DeMarcus Cousins. There's just no reason to play basketball next year. There's no reason to watch. You got 5 fucking All-Stars on one team starting, plus a solid bench. You still got Iguodala. You still got Sean Livingston. I mean,
dude, just all you did was pick up as an addition.
they
Yeah.
lost McGee and upgraded by 5. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just... I don't understand. You got 3 people on your team in your starting lineup that averaged 25 points last year.
It's
That
weird
means you
stuff.
could probably
It's-
beat some teams in the NBA with 4 on 5.
Like I said, they're not going to play. They're not going to even play in the fourth quarter at all. They're going to play in the first 3, and they're going to be up by 20, and they're not. It's not going to matter. They're
And
still
that-
going to have the deep bench
yeah.
and still be able to close out a game against good teams,
Yeah, because that's the one piece you need is a big man. Solid big man
Yeah.
can get you pretty far.
especially a scoring big man that can
Yeah.
step out and shoot too,
Dude, he averaged 25 points and like 10 rebounds, dude. And
and he can shoot, dude.
I
Yeah.
just...
And then me as a Houston fan's mad because like all these comparisons now, they're like, oh, they're shaping up for LeBron, blah blah. It's like so you guys just not thinking about Houston and how and when you took
Yeah.
literally took Chris Paul to go down for you guys to make it. You guys were down 2 games.
For
Chris
sure.
Chris
Still
Paul
got
goes
all
down.
7.
But you
But-
got to
but
think, if
we had-
Iguodala wasn't hurt those first 2 games, would they have lost those games? He's their best defensive player.
Yeah, but he is.
He's not the same as Chris Paul, and I'm not saying that at all. But Iguodala's a big part of their success. He's their best defensive
Maybe
player.
it's tough because I like Iguodala. The defending
You're
part.
still talking about a bench player coming in against.
But he would
Houston.
have
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
He started in
I mean-
in the conference finals before when the matchup called for it.
I don't know. Where would he have started at? Who would he have
Because-
replaced?
I'm just saying he's their best defensive player.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
And I'm sure he would have been in there at times.
But he's
where
not
he
their
needed to
starting
be,
point
but-
guard.
No, you're right.
That just was killing Curry the whole series.
You guys need to worry
But,
about
but-
locking down your center.
But like I'm saying, the reason was because Capella, like, they had to guard down low, which left our perimeters open, which we missed a abysmal amount of shots, by the way. But still, it's like maybe
Yeah.
maybe they're still scared of Houston. That's why they went and got Boogie. Because like right now, like I said, LeBron doesn't have a team that could even beat Houston right now. So
Yeah, that's another thing is everyone's like, oh, look at all these people the Lakers picked up, bro. I think their team's trash.
yeah,
I think all they
do
have
too.
is LeBron. I mean,
Yeah.
that's it. But Rob
Yeah,
over here,
LeBron and Kuzma.
producer Rob, Lonzo Ball is the future of the NBA, bro.
No,
I'm telling
it's
you, he's
not.
going to be that triple.
He's calling
Do
that,
not
his
no.
dad is calling everything like he is, man. You think that dude sounds crazy, but then it's like, oh, he's right again.
Yep. I mean,
And then
the only
He's
thing
going to be the future, shooting 27%.
the only thing he
Shooting
didn't
from
get
the left
was
side of his body to the right side.
Was
Throw it
his-
up in the air.
his son, not
Jello?
getting drafted. Yeah.
Jello?
I still think he'll get picked up by the Lakers. I bet you. Anyway,
Well, they didn't
he's
even want no
stupid.
part of him during summer season.
Yeah.
They already said like that's. I mean, that's kind of messed up, but still, it's like they want no part of him for some reason. I mean, maybe he isn't that good. I don't.
No, he wants a max deal, and they don't want to give him a max deal, which I understand. He said, you don't get. You talking about Capella, right?
I thought we were talking about a Jello.
Oh, Jello. My
Jello.
bad.
That's what. Yeah,
My
that's
bad.
what we
No,
were talking
sorry.
about.
Yeah, I was reading on the computer.
Oh.
Sorry, folks. Yeah, he. They say the little brother's supposed to be the best of the three. Is what I've heard
youngest
from
one?
And
yeah.
I can see that because
He's-
that dude can
he's
actually
going
shoot.
ham on those Lithuanian 30-year-olds.
Well, even like
he's
even like when he
dunking on
was
them and stuff.
before when he was first coming in and he was in high school and they were just showing footage of him. He was
Yeah.
what did he have like 70 points in a game or something
Yeah.
ridiculous
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah, they say he's gonna be the best one. But
He's
I
just
still-
small. I hope he gets bigger. You know.
Yeah, oh, he's got plenty of time. He's still he would be.
How old is he?
I think he would be like a junior in high school or something.
Yeah,
maybe younger
16,
than that.
17 maybe.
Speaking of that, did you see that LeVar Ball's league had their first game and like 4 people were? in
Yeah,
the
there wasn't
stands?
that many people.
There was not even 100. I don't
That's
think.
surprising me.
but it's his first year. Wasn't it out of the country too?
No, it was here. It was here, but he. I don't know. I like the dude. Everybody hates on him, man. I wish my dad went to bat for me like that and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
whatever. I like Lonzo Ball. Everybody hates on that dude. That dude had a decent rookie season. He averaged almost a double. So
Yeah.
I don't understand how that's a bad rookie season. Yeah, he shot the ball like shit, but I'm telling you, LeBron's gonna take him to the next step. They're gonna be like, Lonzo Ball's better than Damian Lillard's ever been and shit like that, dude. So I'm just, that's just what I'm
We'll
saying.
see. Okay.
All right, we can come
You
back
make
to
your
NBA.
hot
Let's mix it up a
takes.
little. Let's go to the World Cup. The quarterfinals are set. I haven't got to watch much of it. I've seen highlights. I watched the end of the game today. A lot of crazy finishes. I would hate to be a goalie. I don't know how they save the ball in shootouts, man. Penalty kicks. Penalty kicks. Because that, unreal.
Yeah, and there's 3 of them in the first round. Three penalty kick matches that ended in penalty kicks.
I'm going to just go out on a limb here and say there ain't no way Russia's losing in Russia. I mean, soccer is one of the most fixed and corrupt sports there is, and it's still one of the most popular and successful sports in the world.
Yeah.
I don't understand how or what, but hey, everybody still like it.
There'll be a scandal like 2 years from now. More steroids.
Russia's gonna win it all, man. I don't know, but the matchup, I'm like I said, I think Brazil's gonna win it all. In all seriousness, they're just
Yeah, they're good because I watched that match against Mexico. I was rooting for Mexico. That's their neighbor down south. But Mexico they started the game like 3 corner kicks in like the first 10 minutes, and like Brazil just did a good job of just kicking the ball out, like not even letting them get shots on the goal or anything. And then Neymar, he does his little flop and roll all the time. But
that's the one thing, dude. I saw a goalie flop today, man, in that fucking game. Well, who was it? England and who or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Not England. I don't know. The
Yeah.
game that was on at 4 o'clock.
England and Colombia.
Yeah, there you go.
Colombia.
The goalie flopped, dude. Like I'm sitting there, I'm like, are you?
Nobody touched him. Nobody touched him.
Like there was people close to the ball, but he
Yeah.
picked it
I
up
didn't
and like
see
some
it,
dude
so-
stepped back, he like dove and fucking flipped, and I'm just like, oh my
It's
god,
like,
dude.
that'd have been funny if the ball would have went into the goal.
We're fucking. This is soccer. I mean, and then they keep showing guys that are faking getting tripped. Like, it's so I mean, I get why it's hard to see on the soccer field. For one, it's so big and so fast.
And there's only like
but
what, 2 or 3.
They don't do themselves any favors by showing slow-mo replays of this dude diving for the ball. The guy clearly jumps over his leg and then jumps down and grabs his shin when he made no contact with anything. I'm just like, oh my God, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, and the thing is, they're supposed to give out cards if they get caught flopping, because they gave Neymar one. You know, they gave him a warning. So I'm like, well, I see what you're doing. You're flopping. You know, you can get cards for doing that, slowing the game down.
This just broke. We'll come back to the World Cup maybe. I don't know. The NFL, breaking news. Julian Edelman's appeal being denied. They're not even going to let him appeal it. He has to fucking sit out the full 4 games. That's Roger Goodell. Fuck the Patriots. I mean, you got to give the guy an appeal.
Yeah,
You can't take away his appeal, man. That Roger Goodell don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Anything. Obviously, anything to go against the Patriots. You know what I'm saying?
Patriots.
Anything to go against the Patriots,
Yeah.
I'm fucking fine with that.
But yeah, it is wrong though. I mean, you should. If it's in the Constitution, I mean, you know, you can bring it down to sports level too. Now that politics are into sports.
Yeah, Russell O'Cone's out here dropping Twitter bombs right now too. He's just said, NFL guaranteed money threat. I will never understand how billionaire team owners have convinced the public that the players who put their bodies on the line every week and make less than 50% of league revenue are the ungrateful ones.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's more to it. People just think of it as like you want to say it white and black, but
Yeah.
there's more to it than that. There's a reason why there's a players union, you know.
Yep.
And they're always getting shut down. They try to agree on stuff, and then, you know, just like the kneeling thing, they didn't even agree with them on it. They didn't even hear about it until 2 days later. And it's like these are matters we're supposed to talk about to make the league better.
Yep. I don't
Yeah.
understand, man. It's just like, listen, honestly, I think baseball players are the most overpaid professional athlete because there's no contact. Yeah. They play 197 games, you know, and then 74 more in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And so it's like they do play a lot, but they swing a bat, catch a ball, and throw it.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, you know what I'm saying. And I've been
Unless
watching.
you're an outfielder, you're not really getting that much running in.
I see a lot of empty baseball fields. When I do flip the channel and see that there's a game on and then realize it's baseball and flip the channel again because I can't watch baseball.
It's a tough sport, man. I mean, you're like I said, like a really good player is only successful 3 out of 10 at bats, and you know if you're getting into a slump, that could mess you up mentally, make it harder for you, and people that can't bounce back from that end up getting cut or end up going down, you know, AAA, AA, single A, stuff like that. I mean, there's more to it, and if they're not, you know, how are they getting so much money to pay all these players?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's people. You could think of it on the physicality level. You could think about it on the physicality level, but I mean, it's a big mental sport. I mean, they say it's 98% mental. So there's more to it. I hate when people bash on baseball. I mean, I played it. It's tougher than people think.
I don't.
People act like they can just go and hit a baseball. Well, the baseball's going at you 98 miles an hour. I mean, are you going to sit in there?
No, I know it's tough.
And hit it?
No, it is tough, and I shouldn't bash baseball because I'm a Braves fan and the Braves.
It's just tough to watch. I guess
It's tough to watch. I can watch it live. I can go to the stadium and watch a game.
I
No
can
problem.
do it live.
I cannot sit on my couch and just be like.
Yeah.
Because the
unless
most exciting.
Unless it's later in the postseason or something. You know,
well, World Series I'll watch,
World
but
Series for sure.
unless it's the most exciting thing that can happen in Game 4 of the season when there's 162 games to be played is a fucking home run or a double play.
You can see it on Sports.
Yeah, and I'll see that on SportsCenter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know. I wish it was more exciting. I know they can't really do anything to make it more exciting, and I really feel like it's super tainted because of all the steroids.
Yeah.
I mean that's another thing. I'm trying to read this here. It says the Bills are going to have massive salary cap.
Yeah, we're going to like 76 million next year.
Yeah, that's dope. Your Giants, Rob, your Giants got to steal.
Too bad LeBron didn't sign a 1-year deal.
Go play for Buffalo.
No, that Barkley kid, man. If he can stay healthy, he's gonna fucking dominate. And
Saquon Barkley, yeah, that dude's a savage.
Yeah. And 23 days till Bills camp. Have you been following what's been going on in minicamp and stuff? You like what you read and shit like that?
Yeah, I mean,
Sounds like Peterman or
Yeah,
whatever's
Peterman.
going to be the starter, bro. It sounds like he looks like the best quarterback in camp.
yeah, I know a lot of our fans, they thought he was better than Tyrod from the get-go, so. But, every time I question McDermott, he proves me wrong, so. We'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm optimistic about this year. I mean, I just know our defense is going to be good, so, like, that's always gives you a chance in football games.
I just look at it this way. If we're 23 days away from training camp, that means we're 30 days away from preseason football. That means
This is the last month.
we'll have shit to talk about.
Any
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
we're not talking about anything right now.
Well, important shit to talk about. Sorry.
I mean, we're talking about NBA offseason.
Yeah, and baseball before the All-Star break.
We're talking about the World Cup. I mean, the World Cup's a big event.
Yeah, it is. The World Cup's cool,
You
but
see how much we know about it.
I just wish it's on at 9 in the morning, man. We got jobs and shit.
I mean,
People gotta work.
they're pretty good though. If you can catch a game, a World Cup game, it's only going to get better as these rounds go through. But soccer became appealing to me just because it's about you're playing for your country, and it's like the biggest stage of like probably all sports.
Soccer became important to me because of the World Cup. I used to bash on soccer, hate soccer, and then one year I actually sat down and watched the World Cup, and you could feel could feel the intensity through the fucking TV.
It's one country against another.
If it's 120 minutes or whatever, those motherfuckers are going from nonstop, like making all kinds of noise for 120 minutes straight on their feet. You know, so I can't hate on it. You know what I mean? So I'm not a diehard fan. I don't watch like Premier League.
I just have so
like
much
that.
respect for soccer players, just watching them run around. And like before, when I was younger, I'd watch it just see them just run around kicking a ball. When you actually watch it, you actually see them, setting stuff up, and you can actually kind of watch ahead and almost kind of see what they're doing with it. But it doesn't make it more fun to watch when you understand it better.
It does. It took me having to play FIFA to understand it.
After you play a game like that.
Okay, so that means if we're close to the NFL season, we're close to Nebraska season. And can someone pull that up? The actual stats for that? I took a screenshot, but my phone is dead.
What stat was it?
How many wins we've had over the last 50 years list.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
So,
the Huskers.
Dead air.
no, because, I just got kicked off the internet. Sorry, guys.
Oh. Well, it's not gonna. It's still.
No, I know. My kids must have unplugged my Wi-Fi. No, but okay, so the last 50 years, Nebraska sucked for the last, would we say 10, 7, 5, 6?
It's been a while.
Last.
I mean, what are we talking about? Like, because we were okay with Bo.
So
for a while.
I'll just be. We've sucked since we hired Mike Riley. We sucked since we hired Mike Riley.
You want to
for
go
sure.
there? Okay, yeah.
So we've sucked since we had Mike Riley.
Yeah, because we were winning like 9 a year.
Yeah, I was trying to leave your boy out of this, Rob. I was trying, and then you gotta make me bring your boy into him, and now I'm gonna give him one more last jab. That pro league.
You go with the narrative you want.
That pro league. That pro league signed Mike Riley to head coach, so that whoever he's coaching, they're gonna be 0-16 or however many games they play. I feel bad for them. They'll be out there saying hip hip hooray after a fucking 48-7 loss. But here's the list. Yeah, so now that we got a real coach named Scott Frost who's going to turn this program around and take us to the promised land. Drafted by the Jets in 1997. The reason I'm a Jets fan. Now he's back in Nebraska.
That's hard to find. I can't find it.
Most wins the last 50 years. Nebraska, 474. Ohio State, 463. How successful Ohio State been in the last 7 years?
Catching up.
Every year.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, how many
never-
wins? They get double-digit wins, so they've had 70 wins to our
Well, how many losses have they had in the last 3-4 years?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they've had like
you
70.
can count them on two hands at least.
70 wins in the last 70 years, maybe 80 wins, whatever, to our
Maybe one hand.
40.
Maybe one hand, yeah.
After that, Penn State University. Well, no, Oklahoma's after that. They're back by one game, but I mean, Oklahoma, we used to shit on them when we were in the Big 12. Penn State, right there. But this is the shocking one. Alabama's at 442. We still have a 32-game lead on Alabama, who's been in the national championship every year since I was born.
Yeah, since probably before Nebraska was university, honestly.
Yeah, you know, and then
one of their first college teams.
And then gay ass Texas is up on the list, but not very high.
But is that what three Big Ten schools up there?
Yep. Ohio State, Penn
People
State.
say
No,
Big Ten
Nebraska and Michigan. Four
Four out of the top
Michigan,
5.
Yeah.
4 out of the top.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 out of 6. Either way, 4 out of the top 6.
Let's
Four out
count.
of the top 6.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's crazy, but we're coming. Scotty boy's doing his thing.
I think so. It's going to
hope
be a
so.
very exciting year. Just the atmosphere is going to be crazy.
Yep.
And we get to play Colorado again. That's old school rivalry right there.
What happened to the internet? It's unplugged. Yeah, it's going crazy today. We're gonna do everything. We're just all over the place. Yeah, we're just going off the wall here. I got kids walking through the living room distracting me, shit like that. I'm an idiot and I shut the internet off on my own. I hit a button that disconnected connection to the internet. Woo! I love technology, man. You know what I mean? It's your best friend or it's not. So, yeah, we're just fucking getting ready for football season because as everybody knows, well, first of all, I'm going to promote my wrestling podcast, What Have They Done to Our Sport? Me and Mike Messier go over the week, the news and wrestling. We review matches, pay-per-views, whatever. But I got some shit lined up. I got an interview with Eric Bischoff coming up. I got an interview with Justin Credible coming up. I'll have more details on that in the coming weeks with the holidays and everything, kind of letting it slow down a little bit, not bugging people and pissing people off. But as soon as the 7th of July comes around, I'm going to be bugging motherfuckers to lock that shit down. You can, yeah, so that's going good. We're going to get this going. NFL review show every week once the NFL season starts, the regular season. We'll probably talk about the Huskers in that review show as well because obviously it's after the Husker game. I'm going to try and line up some sports guests for that. We will definitely be more consistent at bringing you this show. We took a couple weeks off. It's, summer. We're all doing shit, having fun. So it is what it is. But, I mean, that's pretty much all we got for you today again. I think LeBron, no one playing with LeBron shows what kind of person and teammate he is. And everything I've been saying has been true. He's a little girl. He flops. Nobody wants to play with him. And the Lakers will not make the playoffs next season as their roster sits right now.
I hope so.
As their roster sits right now, LA doesn't make the playoffs.
There's going to be a lot more
Perfectly fine
moves
with that.
going down.
You think
Yeah,
so?
I'm worried about what they're going to do
What do you-
about Kawhi.
Okay, so no, before we're not done. That's a teaser. Haha, we're not done. Rob, what do you think the Portland Trailblazers are doing right now? Let's hear it. I like to pick on Rob every once in a while.
They're not doing shit.
They're going to trade Lillard to the Lakers, he thinks.
Yep.
Is that a real thought? Like, are you fucking around?
I just read stuff,
What would
and
you
I probably think too much about it, but
What would you accept as a fair trade for Lillard? I would think like
if they'd give me Kuzma straight up,
I think you gotta get Lonzo Ball,
I don't want Lonzo.
dude. I'm
I
telling
don't want
you,
Lonzo.
Because then you get him and his dad.
yes.
I don't
and
want
that's
his-
a
I don't-
2-for-1
that's
special.
even worse.
Promote some
Yeah,
That's even worse.
You'd be like, who the fuck are the Portland Trailblazers? He retired. We
That's
going back to
even
Lithuania.
worse.
Speaking of Bolivar, he just
Uh-huh.
said, he's like, you don't give my son the best player and expect him not to win a championship. It just said
The only-
that sounded off just now.
No, oh my god.
The only thing that I'd like to see is them to get some sort of power forward, and that I see them making some sort of trade deal with San Antonio and maybe get LaMarcus back. But that's still a long stretch, and
A little 3-way trade or something.
something like that, yeah. But I think
So
in order to
acquire
do
the
that, we would
Lakers.
probably lose CJ or Dame. 1, 2.
How do you feel that you guys almost got DeMarcus Cousins, but your boy Nurkic, whatever his name is, the nobody.
I'm really not that
sitting
worried
on.
about
He
it.
can't even get
Granted,
rebounds
Nurkic is
on
not
2K.
like a bona fide scorer. That dude was 10th in blocks last year.
Okay,
that dude was a
but-
pretty good defender.
So you're telling me you'd rather have him than Cousins?
At this point, yeah.
That's
How many times has Nurkic
See,
been
they would have
injured?
overpaid him probably.
That's
though.
called bias.
No, they probably would have overpaid Boogie.
I mean-
They wouldn't have got him for $5 million.
No, but they would have got him for more than 1 year now. Too. Dude, why'd you have to bring it up, man? Like the NBA to let this happen.
It's free agent.
And that's the thing. Everyone's like, well, why'd they veto the Chris Paul trade? I'm like, that's what you don't understand. It wasn't a trade. It was a fucking free agency. The NBA cannot stop this player from going to this team.
Plus,
they can't.
NBA owned what was it, Charlotte or whatever?
Yeah, they own Charlotte.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. I didn't care when they had KD and they were shitting on everybody, but now you're going to add another fucking...
Well, it'll be that much better when...
No, I did when they had KD,
Golden State
too.
goes down.
Well, that's just because
So it's a team full of snakes.
Oh, I think, but I do... Breaking news this week, Rob is now on the LeBron hater team.
Yep. You put on the purple and gold, you're dead to me.
He does not like LeBron James anymore. Got one more off the fucking LeBron bandwagon. I can't wait to see all these Cavs Miami fans turn into Lakers fans. You know what I mean?
We are, man.
It's going to be awesome. I seen a meme going around that said, I've been a diehard Lakers fan since July 1st, 2018. And I'm just like, oh my God.
It's going to happen, dude. Like there wasn't enough fucking Laker fans as it is.
It's a joke, man. The NBA, I for real think they need to do a redraft.
It's depressed me a little bit, honestly.
Like seriously.
I'm not going to want to watch, you know? I'm not going to want to watch.
You know, it's just I don't understand why you would want to do that. I get it, everybody wants a ring, and like I've always said, rings are what matters the most. But at least have 7 competitive teams, not 3. You have 4 competitive teams in the NBA.
Yeah.
Golden State.
And a third and a quarter of them are.
Could Golden State go 82-0?
With the roster they have, there would be no reason not to.
When is DeMarcus coming back? Is he coming back at the beginning of the season?
No,
They're saying
they
it's
might
gonna
not
be.
even get until November.
Yeah, they're saying it's gonna be the middle of the season-ish. But
I'd have to look at their schedule, honestly, to see how they start out with.
for the playoffs.
But
they don't even have to play them all
You
year.
talking about playing? I don't know. Yeah, it's possible.
I think they could be in enough of like leads in the game.
If they don't have any sort of catastrophic injuries, yeah, it's very possible.
Do you think they'll break the win record?
It's very possible. Yes. And if they go 82-0, there needs to be something done because it's just stupid.
Imagine if they win.
That is
82.
fucking stupid.
You can't even
That
do that
is
on
video
NBA.
game.
You cannot even do
You
that on
can if you
2K.
have it on like really easy
Yeah,
and you have
rookie.
every player 99
Yeah,
and you
for
this is
sure.
like this is your
But-
third year playing dynasty mode and you've made all the right trades.
But I'm saying you have that on pro, you ain't winning 82
No,
games.
not
You
pro.
ain't going 82-0. Ain't happening. Nope. But Anthony's on Twitter now. What's your Twitter handle, Anthony?
It's what is it called?
What is it
Twitter,
called?
Twitter handle? Afield52 or just Anthony Fielding, same as Facebook.
Yep.
So that's how you get a hold of me.
Yep. Follow us, YouTube, the Cole Sports Corner podcast on YouTube. It's growing. We're up to fucking a bunch more subscribers out of nowhere, a bunch more views on my videos. Trying to find somewhere to upload audio only content. Again, we'll be a lot more organized. We kind of threw this together. It's the holidays, so we're kind of, partying a little bit. But yeah, happy 4th of July, everybody. Don't Jason Pierre-Paul yourself and blow your fucking hand off. Be careful. We'll be back next week sometime. It'll be within 7 days, so we're going to get this shit going consistently. We got to get ready for the NFL season. I want to thank Rob for joining us tonight and always fixing my IT problems because I don't know how to do anything except text on a phone. And I hope the Trailblazers trade Damian Lillard to the Lakers for Lonzo Ball and a 3rd-round draft pick. And they don't even have 3 rounds in the NBA draft. Have a good...
and that's a hater right there, folks.